The Nile River. In the middle of the largest desert on Earth, a single river decided to flow north. And along its banks, one of the greatest civilizations in human history decided to exist. We call it ancient Egypt. It lasted 3,000 years. That's longer than the time between the fall of Rome and today. Let that sink in. At the top of it all, the pharaoh. Not just a king. A living god. The physical embodiment of Horus, the falcon god, walking the earth in human form. When he spoke, it was the voice of the divine. When he acted, it was the will of the heavens. No one questioned the pharaoh. No one. And what did these living gods build? The Great Pyramid of Giza, commissioned around 2560 BC by Pharaoh Khufu. 2.3 million stone blocks, each one weighing up to 15 tons, stacked with a precision so exact that a piece of paper won't fit between them. No cranes, no machinery, no modern tools of any kind. Just 20,000 skilled. Paid workers because we found their villages, their wages. And their medical records, they were not slaves. They were people who believed they were building something eternal. They were right. The Great Pyramid stood as the tallest structure on Earth for 3,800 years. Nothing surpassed it until a cathedral in medieval England, and next to it, the Great Sphinx, 73 meters long, carved from a single piece of limestone, has watched the desert in silence for 1,500 years. The Egyptians didn't just build in stone, they built in language. Around 3200 BC, they invented hieroglyphics, one of the world's first writing systems. But for over 1,000 years, no one alive could read it. It was a dead language, sealed behind beautiful symbols that's silent. Until 1789, when French soldiers in Egypt pulled a dark gray slab from the earth. The Rosetta Stone. The same text written in 3 scripts, hieroglyphics, Demotic, and Ancient Greek. And in 1822, a French scholar named Jean-Francois Champollion stared at it long enough to hear the ancient Egyptians speak again. 3,000 years of silence broken. The Egyptians believed that death was not the end, it was a doorway, and to walk through it. You needed your body intact, so they preserved it. The organs removed and sealed in sacred canopied jars, the body wrapped in white linen for 70 days, surrounded by gold, food, boats, everything needed for the journey ahead. And in the Hall of Two Truths, the jackal-headed god Anubis placed your heart on one side of a scale, on the other side, a single. Feather, the feather of Maat. If your heart was lighter than that feather, if you had lived with truth and kindness, you passed through to paradise. It's one of the most beautiful ideas any civilization has ever had. Your life judged not by wealth, not by power, but by the lightness of your heart. The last ruler of ancient Egypt was a woman named Cleopatra. Cleopatra VII. She was Greek by blood, the last of a dynasty founded by one of Alexander the Greatest generals, but she was the first of her entire family line to actually learn the Egyptian language. She spoke 9 languages. She was a mathematician, a philosopher, a strategist, and one of the most politically brilliant rulers the ancient world ever produced. Julius Caesar came to Egypt, then Mark Antony, both powerful men, both completely outplayed. Cleopatra was always the one in control. But in 31 BC, Rome's Octavian defeated her fleet at the Battle of Actium on August 12, 30 BC. Cleopatra died. She was 39 years old. Egypt became a Roman province. 3,000 years of pharaonic rule over, and yet the calendar you use every day, Egypt, the concept of paper, Egypt, architecture, mathematics, medicine, all carry Egypt's fingerprints. And the Great Pyramid still stands, the ONLY original wonder of the ancient world left on Earth. They built for eternity. Turns out, they weren't wrong. Ancient Egypt in 2 minutes. Subscribe to Doodle Chronicles. History drops every week. Don't miss it.